Hey, this is Matt. Once again, we're about to another video, and there's another paid request for Baja. Thank you so much for that. For those interested in requesting any type of videos, movie reviews, re-reviews, random thought streams, commentaries, tier lists, rankings, video game playthroughs, whatever the case may be, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal. Do have a CashApp as well. Links are down below in the info box. I will get to it as soon as I possibly can. For those who sent them, thank you. I do appreciate it. Now, the last time I reviewed something from Baja was Chainsaw Man Compilation Part 1. Thus, here we have Part 2. Now, both of these are kind of, that was 2 hours, this is an hour and a half, where they summarize pretty much Season 1 of Chainsaw Man, since there was a film coming out, which that'll be the last of the 3 requests Baja had sent in. Now, Chainsaw Man Compilation Part 1, which was episodes 1 through, I think, got a little bit into 7, and this is like from the rest of 7 till episode 12, 13, however many episodes it is. I liked Compilation Part 1, and that was the season part of the season I had seen, and I'm like, did I see this whole season? I thought but trying to find out, no. Where that ended, and maybe like the first little bit of this, that's when I had stopped. I had not seen the rest of this season. And watching now, I can see why. Because I was not a fan of this. I thought the way the first part of season 1 and the way the characters were, it was just much more interesting. Here, though, I did not like the direction they took the story. I did not like how we saw a lot less of Chainsaw Man. The way certain characters were utilized. I don't know, man. There are moments I liked, don't get me wrong. There are moments I liked, but I don't know, the flow of the story I just did not like in the second half of this season. So this one I wasn't really big on. And in the beginning, I do remember seeing that on the show where in the previous they had dealt with the hotel eternity devil. Denji the Chainsaw Man had made it so egregious in pain that please just end my life, which it did, and Denji the Chainsaw Man did, and they will get out of there. So here they're celebrating, eating, drinking at a restaurant, and Eye Patch Lady, who I call her, because I can't pronounce her name correctly, she had promised a kiss, like a French kiss. But when she does it, she accidentally pukes in the guy's mouth. I think Himino is how you pronounce her. Himino. Again, that's why I butcher those names. But she accidentally pukes into his mouth, and then he's in the toilet getting it all back up, and people are laughing or going, ew, and all that. And then Eye Patch Lady brings him home and is seducing him, but he says no because she's drunk, so he did the right thing. And then Denji remembers Matima and this whole thing with his lollipop. She took her out of her mouth, put it in his mouth because she's a fucking tease. She's a goddamn tease is what she is, a gigantic tease. And so now he kind of visualized he wants to, if he's going to do it, he's going to do it with Makima and nobody else. So the next morning, him and Eye Patch Lady, they're talking about how they have crush. She has a crush on Aki, the assassin who's got the wolf fox, I should say fox devil, who's roommates with Denji and that crazy batshit lady Power. But Eye Patch Lady has a crush on him. Denji has a crush on Makima. Maybe we can help each other out. So then it gets to the part that I had not seen before. And this was like a big whiplash. Where this villain are controlling these civilians to shoot agents. So Makima gets shot and went, what the fuck? She got shot in the head? And then Denji gets shot in the head, and Power, she uppercuts the guy. The eye patch lady, she gets shot. I'm like, really already? And she's dying now? What the fuck? And there's this figure named Katana Man, which pretty much like Chainsaw Man, except where he has chainsaws on his head and arms as katanas. Ati tries to fight him, does what he can. His Fox Devil gets split in half, and he gets wounded. Eye Patch Lady lets her Ghost Devil go buck wild, but by doing so, she pretty much disappears in the thin air. Tries to help Aki, tries to deal with the Katana guy, but also part of it starts up Denji, the Chainsaw Man, and brings it back. The Chainsaw Man gets in a pretty, intense fight with the Katana guy, but then he just gets cut in half. I'm like, oh, that's great. And then I've chucked of his top hat being pulled around. And then Makima is alive, and she has so much power. When she'll know who people are, she just make people explode. Pretty graphic, pretty gory. Makes me go, who the fuck is this Makima lady? And, I mean, if she could survive a bullet to the head, well, what the hell else could kill her? It does make me tears as to what the hell her whole deal is. I mean, if she knows people to just make people explode, I guess she can't make the devils explode, I guess. She's a bit OP. She's a bit over. I mean, it's surprising. It's gory, but I'm sure in the lore, people much more knowledgeable, they could explain. Well, but it's like she could just make people explode. Like, goddamn, she doesn't even have to be in the line of sight. She just, oh, who's the person? What's their name? Okay. That scared girl from the hotel that was making fun of and by review of Compilation Part 1, she actually comes back and acts a little bit like fucking John Wick and is able to get Denji back. While the Katana Man is wounded and the girl that's with them, they leave. Then it cuts to Denji being normal and fine, fighting Power over an apple. I would say one of the few things I liked was the sister-brother relationship that builds between Denji and Power, where they really start acting like two sides of the same coin and fighting with each other, arguing with each other. So there's funny moments, like, again, where they're arguing over an apple, or later on, when this elevator opens and there's zombies, and Denji's like, we gotta be quiet, and Power's like, I am here to vanquish you, let's do it. Then the elevator closes and Denji goes back downstairs. So there's funny moments like that. I did like that. I know I have that awkward pause, but I wonder if in the show they showcase Denji, his bottom half forming again and turning back to human and like getting a hold of himself since half his fucking body's missing and realizing, what's going on. Or if they just really is that abrupt cut to now all of a sudden he's in the hospital fighting over an apple with Power. I don't know. And Ati's on the hospital bed. Ati talks about the eye patch lady dying, and Denji, interesting idea where Denji's like, well, I'm not feeling as bad as I should. Like, is it because I'm part devil, where am I losing some of my humanity? But that's not built upon more. I think what it is the second half, Denji, in a weird way, felt like at times in the backdrop. There's all these other characters where Makima can do all this stuff, and Aki, and him getting this new future devil, and then we're introduced to this character who is like an ultimate devil slayer who's got to teach Power and Denji how the battle, but it's pretty much just him kicking their ass and killing, especially Denji, over and over and over again. There's a funny moment where he's like passed out and she gets pissed and keeps smacking him. His brain is broke again. Come back. Just smacks him in the head over and over again. That was kind of funny. Like I said, their interactions was probably the thing I liked the most. So then they try to do a surprise attack the next day or so, but it doesn't work out. Then they introduce a lot of characters, like there's an angel devil, there's a woman with an angel wings. She touches you, she can take your life off or your life force, whatever. And I'm like, okay, I'm quickly introduced to all these characters and I'm supposed to give a fuck about them? I mean, I don't know who they are. I know nothing much about them. Why should I care? I like to know a little bit about them before I'm supposed to be told to give a shit. And ultimately, Ati versus the lady that was with the Katana guy, and she has the Ghost Devil now. And Ati remembers a nice little moment where he was with the eye patch lady and about the cigarette that says Easy Revenge. And the idea is that the Ghost Devil, to defeat it, you can't show fear. So Ati doesn't show fear, so he's invisible to it. So he's able to calmly walk up and cut its head off. Fuck it up. Meanwhile, and it's like a goodbye to Himino, the eye patch lady. While the Chainsaw Man fights the Katana guy, the fight's a little bit not like, I mean, it's more kind of just blocking back and forth, and they go into a subway train. Chainsaw Man gets his arms cut off. But then they go towards each other. And it's one of those things where even though the bad guy's talking like a full minute, the idea is that they've been split in half. Because Chainsaw Man grew a chainsaw in his leg now. Cool gore effect. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I heard a knock on the door. It was someone dropping something off. Or probably the creator of this dropping a foot into my face to knock me out since I'm talking. Listen, I'm not trying to talk bad about it. It's not like it was awful or egregious. The animation was brisk and bloody and good looking. The characters, like Denji, has that quirkiness to him that makes him different than your typical lead. The power seems like a very eccentric type of character. It's just that the first half, I felt just more of a flow to the story. The build up of Denji, and then these other characters, and then his growth. And okay, now he's taking initiative in the hotel, where he takes charge, and now it's like, it feels like a lot of things being put into these last couple episodes. Oh, the eye patch lady's dead now, but then her ghost devil's in this other person, and then we gotta be trained by this guy who just kills us over and over again, and there's a lot less Chainsaw Man, and the few times, half of it, he gets his ass kicked. And yes, I do like the Chainsaw Man design. I want to see more of that. These other characters being introduced, like the Angel Devil, and I'm like, who the fuck are these people? And Makima seems like, okay, a lot of mystery to her, but there's not a lot of answers as to how she has these crazy, seemingly OP abilities. And even the fight against Katana Man, it's like he couldn't really do a lot of hits and punches and cuts into Katana Man. It's more kind of like a standstill until he gets his arms cut off and then does that one maneuver. The animation's good. But I don't know, And then for I understand, because I looked up a little bit of it, in the show, Denji has nightmares or dreams Because I don't know. I mean, I guess more of a warning that his chainsaw devil is warning him there's his door and don't open the door, and that's not in the compilation, but that I was looking up some info on this season, so it seems like a hint of what's to come. But yeah, I just Denji for the most part being useless. Makima being this like OP, it's like it just gives me questions of, okay, did the show list her limits as why she can't do certain things, but then she just make people explode when she feels like it? Okay, maybe she needs to know the name, but isn't that easier to find? Like it felt like we were just getting to know the eye patch girl, and now she's dead. Like we just didn't know her. I don't know. I just wasn't a fan of it. I wasn't a fan of this part of the season. So I know eventually I did get requested the Chainsaw Man movie. Well, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I gotta admit, this kind of watered my excitement down a bit. Because, oh yeah, I remember liking the show. Because I only seen the first half of the show. But the second, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm the only one, but I didn't like the direction of the story. It felt like just trying to do too much in a couple episodes. And, I mean, granted, this is to a 90-minute. Maybe you have to watch the full episodes to let it breathe. Maybe I have to do that, but I don't know. I would say compilation 1 I liked a lot more than compilation 2. I'll put it that way. Because it wasn't, I mean, the few insights of Denji we get is, is he worried that he lost a bit of his humanity because he's not sympathetic like he should be? But now a whole lot of that is really brought back up again. It's more just trying to fill a lot of stuff into here. Even Katana Man, the fact that he was just Chainsaw Man but with swords, it's not as interesting of a design. I would like to have seen a little bit more of an actual battle where he's like cutting the guy, slash it here, slash the chest there, jam the chains onto his stomach, and more of that kind of fighting battle. But it wasn't, so I was a bit disappointed in that. Again, there's good moments. Aki remembering the eye patch girl and the cigarette. I thought that was a cool touch. At how he did just smoothly walk up the ghost devil, and it did kind of like her, symbolizing his goodbye to this person he liked, cared for. That was a good moment. Again, the animation's solid. Some funny moments between Power and Denji. I like those parts, but I think just the gist of the story, the villains, but nah, wasn't for me. So that's just me, though. So with that said, thanks for watching. Take care. And I'll get to the third and last request, Baja, when I can. So thank you, and we'll talk to you later.